to go. Yeah, whatever was going on there.
Sorry.
Welcome to a One Take Podcast, episode 198. Guys, a couple of weeks, a couple of reviews in a row.
We're back.
By the time that you're listening to this, I totally will have published our other F1 and Jurassic Park review that we did a week ago.
We watch movies here.
We do watch movies. We watch
That's what we do.
big movies, including what will end up being one of the biggest movies of the year that's not named like Lilo and Stitch, Superman.
Will this movie outgross Lilo and Stitch? Who knows?
No, it won't.
People are asking, or How to Train Your Dragon, the bastardized remake or
Minecraft. God,
I forgot Minecraft even happened.
God, we were in hell for forever. But
life was bleak, man.
We're doing pretty good now. We're doing all right.
We're back.
But like, I will say it's pretty indicative that people go to the movies. It has to be sometimes boring slop that people go to or remake slop for a better word. But yeah, people are seeing movies. I think the movies are healthy.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy that like the movies people are going to see, I have zero interest in watching. Like I'm good on the Lilo and Stitch remake. I'm good on Minecraft. I'm good on How to Train Your Dragon.
Look how many people watch Jurassic Park. People are watching all kinds of slop. I can't believe that.
You crapped on that movie. It's way too hard, man.
I actually thought about it again. I doubled down. I'd like it even less than when we made this episode. But this is not about Jurassic Park, so you can go listen to that episode.
Sorry, I'm trying to tweet out the episode on the social medias. Talking Superman, pretty straightforward.
I think that we need to make a motion while you're doing that to change this into an official James Gunn fanboy podcast. I think it's time. I think this guy is fuck. Don't Dex. What do you mean? What more can he do for you?
I mean, look, man. There's just some other directors we got to get to first if we're gonna.
Somebody did have a tweet today that was like, I don't know if any other director uses music cues and needle drops the way that James Gunn does, and I was like, might I introduce you to a man named Martin Scorsese that has been doing this for a while, or Quentin Tarantino. Wright. Yeah. In fact, it was one of Edgar Wright, the entirety of an Edgar Wright movie.
Yeah, he built a whole movie out of needle drops, like nothing else. But
yeah, so we are talking Superman, the rebirth, the reboot, the just the redoing, if you will, of the DCEU. Now the DCU after
Superman: The Force Awakens.
Much better title. Much better title than DCEU. Just go DCU. Let's just do it.
Yeah, just straight copy. What are we waiting?
Just copy, bro. You don't have to try to be novel and new. Just literally copy. Do it.
So sorry, still trying to tweet out. I'm trying to skeet out this link.
I forgot all about the Skeet app.
It's not the Skeet app.
We are definitely not calling it that.
It is literally the Skeet app.
It's Blue Sky.
I too have forgotten about Blue Sky. You know how like if you don't use an app for a while, your phone just kind of quietly deletes it. Yeah, we got to that.
All right,
Blue Sky.
Let's finally talk about Superman. Superman 2025 PG-13 7.7 rating on IMDb. Obviously the number one trending popularity movie overall on that website. 68 Metascore. Superman must reconcile his alien Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing as reporter Clark Kent. As the embodiment of truth, justice, and the human way, he soon finds himself in a world that views these as old-fashioned. Huh. Okay. Interesting synopsis on IMDb. Directed and written by James Gunn based on the comic book. You may have heard of it, Superman, by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. Stars David Cornsweet, Rachel Brosnahan, Nicholas Hoult, Alan Tudyk in here as one of the robots, otherwise known as Gary. These
Gary.
Yeah, these credits are all out of whack because of
he said 4 is a name, and he said,
Yeah.
so is Gary.
So is Gary. Yeah. So the three mains that you're gonna that's disingenuous because I should get to the Justice Gang as well too. But the three main people you're gonna want to know: David Corn Sweat. God, this IMDb is Rachel Brosnahan and Nicholas Hoult, and then of course
that's our main trio.
Yeah, that's our main trio. But I got to get to the Justice Gang: Isabella Marced, Nathan Fillion, and Eddie Gathegi. Is that how you pronounce his name? Gathegi, as Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, and Hot Girl as well.
Isabella Marced is getting real work out here, guys. She is working.
Tell me about it. She's almost in as much stuff as Sydney Sweeney is these days.
Has never turned down a check.
But also Skylar Gisondo, our Righteous Gemstones king.
He is just great, man. He is. Put him in more stuff.
What's his character's name? Sorry.
Jimmy whatever.
Jimmy Olsen.
Jimmy Olsen. Yes. Okay.
I was going to say Jimmy Clausen, but I was like, that's the quarterback.
That's the quarterback.
That's a swaggerless Notre Dame quarterback.
A bunch of other character. I mean, Wendell Pierce.
This Jimmy has all the hoes. That Jimmy didn't have no hoes or bitches. He didn't have none of those.
Should we? People are still going to see this movie. Should we spoil what's in like the first 15 minutes of the movie of who makes an appearance?
Yeah. Why not?
Oh, you mean that guy?
Okay. Spoiler alert! Really quickly.
Let's just do the spoiler alert now. That's fair. I think
if you're avoiding Superman spoilers like that, you're not listening to a Superman review podcast,
right? And I've done a bad job of setting this up because I've just flubbed the entire cast. But Bradley Cooper, a wild Bradley Cooper has appeared yet again. He's coming from Matt Damon's Crown as the cameo king. He is Jor-El. He's Super Dad in this.
Shit was crazy. Everyone in the theater I was in was like, "Is that Bradley Cooper?"
Right, because it's a hologram of him, like in subsequent movies and in comic books and everything else. That's how he speaks with his dad. In this, the plot device basically is that the message is corrupted. So it's not like in the original Superman or in Man of Steel even, where he's communicating back and forth with his father. Subsequent movies, it's been Marlon Brando. It was I'm gonna lose my mind. Man of Steel. Shows you how much I remember about that movie. Russell Crowe. And so yeah, big name actors. So all of a sudden we have one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood is
my boy B. Coops.
B. Coops. He is not a 7-time Oscar nominee. Bradley Cooper is not above.
Will crumble.
Yeah, is not above making an appearance in this way. But also, he's not the only Guardian. Yeah, he's not the only Guardians of the Galaxy cast member that has made an appearance. Like, I think that Palm Clementif was one of the
Clementine's in, and the guy who plays Yondu is in this movie.
Yeah. Michael Rooker also as one of these Superman robots. Superman robot number 1 and Superman robot number 5 were those guys. And maybe they can't go into these movies because of the Marvel checks, but who's to say? I also think that my mind is all over the place right now. Djimon Hounsou has gone back and forth for years now, so I don't think it actually matters.
I don't think it's gonna matter. We'll see.
But yeah, so I did a good job of flubbing the cast. But what you really should know is David Corn Sweat is your new Superman, and he's locked into another Superman movie contract, and he will probably be the catalyst of this DCU going forward. He's only about 32 years old. We're probably going to see David Corn Sweat until he's 55.
He's about to get a raise. We got their payment scales, and let me just tell you, that guy's about to get a raise.
Yeah, people would know David Corn Sweat from Pearl, but people on this podcast would know him as the dickhead from Twisters that gets left behind and probably killed in a tornado.
Yep.
They don't show him getting killed, but he's like the corporate stooge that is just like, I don't care about the the folks in those towns. That guy. So yeah, that's David Cornsweet. He found out that he was Superman on the set of Twisters. There's a really funny video, cool video of the cast like celebrating when he got that role. Nicholas Hoult, like you said, got paid the most money for this movie, $2 million, while Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane and David Cornsweet as Superman each got paid whatever the scale was, $750,000.
Lois about to get a raise too.
Yeah.
Brosnahan was fucking phenomenal in this film.
And people were losing their minds on Twitter because they could not believe that Nicholas Hoult, the second lead or third lead, if you will, of this movie, the villain, would make that much more money. And to that I say, have you seen Mad Max?
Yes. That guy, he's put skins on the board. Also, he auditioned for Superman. A great little casting tidbit that James Gunn's like, no, you're not my Superman, but you could be my Lex. And then you got to have some jealous kind of energy coming into the role. It's perfect. You want to be Superman, so you fucking hate Superman because you can't be Superman. It's perfect.
It's really kind of a genius to put the guy that lost out to the Superman role, because he's been Beast in X-Men. He's been in all these big franchise movies, but he's also like auditioned for everything. Like I think he auditioned for Batman.
He almost got Batman. He was on the short list for Batman too. He's been close to getting one of those heroes, but to make that your villain, that's just perfect. This is perfect.
So look, there was a lot of uproar on Truth Social, because I'm really scouring the internet there, and Fox News and all of your channels, Breitbart, what do you want to call it? They were all pooping their pants over this movie, saying that this movie alienated half of their audience when they went woke. Let me tell you guys, I think Superman did okay. I think the title Superman got asses in seats.
Sure did.
$225 million budget. It in not a long weekend or anything. In the 1 weekend, it made its budget back. It's $220 million at the worldwide box office. It made $125 million opening.
Speaking of Truth Social, did you guys know that Superman was an immigrant? Did you know that he's literally an alien? Did you know that he wasn't just a guy from Metropolis? That is mind blowing. I had no idea.
You mean when they call people illegal aliens, that's like what Superman is? What?
There is a big talking point over the weekend. Anybody that wanted to throw two brain cells or think peace at the thing, were saying that it went woke. James Gunn went woke, so they're going to go broke, and then it made its budget back immediately. It's going to gross $600 million because that's kind of what around Superman movies really do at the box office, or it could do more. Who's to say? I think people really enjoy this movie, and all that to say, 83% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, 93% audience score.
You lost, guys. Sorry. You lost.
Whoops. Man. Who are we yelling at? Why are we yelling?
Stephen Miller, but it didn't work, brother. So nice try. Nice try.
Did y'all really think that y'all were gonna make Superman part of the culture war and win? Did y'all think that was people are gonna be like, oh, you know what? I don't want to see the superhero movie with Superman in it. It's too woke. Like, nah, fam, we outside.
Superman could have kissed another dude. Superman could have made out with Mr. Terrific, and this movie would have made $550 million. Like, nobody cares.
Bro, people go see Superman movies that stink.
Yes. Facts.
What did Batman versus Superman make? That movie isn't a
Man of Steel made like $600-something million, and that movie fucking stinks.
Justice League stunk the first time, and then years later they were like, all right, we'll run it back. And people still watched it. People will watch anything with Superman in it.
Batman versus that Justice League movie you hated, we made it longer. People were like, yes.
And it's square now.
Batman versus Superman has a 28% on Rotten Tomatoes. It made $874 million worldwide.
Yeah, that was just the audacity is crazy. Y'all thought y'all were gonna cancel Superman.
Remember that time that we put Batman versus Superman, even though Superman could kill Batman in a millisecond, and the way that we were able to diffuse that tension is that both of their mothers have the same first name?
Yeah, why did you say that name?
They made a Batman versus Superman movie for a Batman we hadn't met yet.
He shows up halfway through the movie, and you're just like, "Oh, that's Ben Affleck."
Oh, that's Ben Affleck. He's Batman now.
Superman was in one movie, and they were like, "Okay, you know how he's like a good person and doesn't kill people? We're gonna have him kill somebody in the first movie, and then he's gonna fight Batman in the second movie."
Guys, we're buying in. We're buying into the Twitter trolls mentions. They're going to be like, "Y'all can't help but talk about the Snyderverse."
You're right, because that shit sucks.
They
It
said,
makes
you
me
know what
so
Batman
mad.
has been missing all this time? All those Batman movies you love. You know what was missing from all those films? He needs a gun. Give him a gun.
Yeah, God, fuck Zack Snyder. Oh my god, dude, he's so ass. He's so ass. They literally had to go. This is like, honestly, it's like that. I don't even know how to put it in NBA terms. It's like, it's like the Heat going and signing LeBron James, like, because Zack Snyder was so fucking ass. They were like, "We need James Gunn. Come save us. You run this shit now. This is yours."
Thank God. Thank God we have new leadership at DC. But thank God.
So, yeah, this movie made its money. It's going to continue to make money because I personally am going to go back and see it, and I don't ever see movies in theaters again. But this is going to get a repeat viewing from your boy. You want to know why? This movie's delightful.
This movie rules,
It is.
man.
It really
This
is.
movie rules.
Movie's
It's a
delightful.
delightful movie.
Who wants to start? I mean, or I
go ahead
can
and start.
do it. Take it away, man.
I love this movie. This is what I wanted out of a Superman movie. As soon as they said we're bringing Superman back, we're gonna do it the right way, I was like, all right, bet. This is what I wanted the whole fucking time. I am a sucker for my superheroes to be heroic and to save normal people from shit. You know what I'm saying? And we don't get a lot of that in comic book movies anymore. It's all, a bunch of like, oh, well, good and bad is a matter of perspective, and who's to say who's the real villain here? And the villain in the movie, like, yeah, his motives might have been bad, but or like his methods might have been bad, but his motives were good, and blah blah blah. Like, who's to say what's good and what's bad? I love a superhero movie that's just like, no, this is what's right, this is what's wrong, and we're gonna have the good guy fight the bad guy, and be a symbol of hope and justice for regular people. And Superman nails that. Like, from the beginning, it's not like, oh, there's this big political debate amongst regular people about, is Superman good or bad for society? We don't need to do that. We can do that later. Like, right now, Superman, symbol of hope for children across the world, and for regular people. He's saving people from shit, and he's like looking cool as shit doing it. They put him in a bunch of like reasonable fights, which it's tough to do with Superman. Superman can be super OP, and that's part of why people think they're bored by the character, because like if he's in a boring bad fight where he's just like mopping the floor with people, then it sucks. But they found a way to like power scale it appropriately in this movie. The Lex Luthor in this movie, Nicholas Hoult, is killing it the whole fucking time. He's super compelling villain, obviously a terrible person who is like, there's not even a single second where you're like, maybe Nicholas Hoult is right. You're like, no, just fuck this guy. Let's get him the fuck out
Never
of here.
once. It's crazy. He's just like, from the very beginning, he's like, I don't like you.
Yeah.
It's just,
Let's get him the fuck out of here. And on the build up, get him the fuck out of here. You like hate him more and more and more. It's like watching a WWE like build, where the heel is just like the worst person of all time. Then he gets his comeuppance at the end, and you're just like, fuck yeah, let's go. So yeah, I love this movie. The performances are all good. I think David Cornsweet, he is just Superman now. Like, I'm going to see him and be like, that's Superman. Which is a pretty important part of any superhero casting, right? Like, you see Robert Downey Jr. and you're like, that's Iron Man. You see Chris Evans and you're like, yeah, that's Captain America, and that's like the first bar you have to clear with an iconic superhero like this, and they did it. Lois Lane usually sucks in movies, but they made her cool and fun here. Jim Yelson, I've never given a fuck about before, but he was like funny and interesting here. I'm not gonna watch a TV show about him because I'm a band. Abolish the cinematic universe. We don't need any new ones. We don't need any like TV crossovers for any of these movies anymore. But interesting and funny character. Lex Luthor killed it, like I mentioned. Mr. Terrific was cool. I'm completely unfamiliar with that character and with his game. But he was fun. The whole Justice Squad was fun. Isabella Merced put her in everything.
Points like the third lead.
Yeah.
He has the coolest fight scene in this movie.
Yeah, got time to cook. Like they gave him like the Quicksilver spot where it's just like, okay, we're gonna slow the movie down and let him just fucking cook people. This is badass music. Like literally beat for beat. It was like one of the Quicksilver scenes in an X-Men movie, but still rules. It's a trope because it works. Yeah, I just love this movie. I love everything about like the messaging behind this movie and like all the stuff, the political quote unquote stuff that people hate. I thought it was pitch perfect and much needed at a time like
liberal
this.
cuck.
I am. Whatever. I'm sorry. I'm rooting for the good people and not the bad ones. Like,
you soy boy.
Yeah, they got me, guys. The woke mind virus has corrupted me. I think the good people should win fights against bad people. But yeah, it was awesome. And then the weird, like, it is weird. Every movie is about the election still. We'll never see another movie that's not about the election.
I don't even know if this is about the election. I think this is about the presidency.
Yeah. But, you know, it's always nice to see a superhero movie where, like, the heroes do good shit for good people. And it's not just a bunch of crashing into buildings all the time. So
Yeah.
I give it an A.
Deej, what do you think?
I really enjoyed it. My expectations were really high. I really appreciate the works of James Gunn. I am still kind of obsessed with Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and I just love his stuff. And unlike Dex, I'm not opposed to the TV shows. So I also watched Peacemaker, which is just fucking great.
But
John Cena is
Peacemaker's
great in the
great.
character. It's a really good.
I will never know.
It's so good.
That works. He made a Suicide Squad movie way more entertaining than it should have been because the Suicide Squad kind of sucks. But he took that completely mess of a movie and kept the cast more or less and made an actual good movie. So I had very high expectations for what James Gunn was going to do. I really liked the first teaser that we got. And I just think that he understands the character. I agree with – I'm not a big Superman fan. I've never really been a big Superman fan. My favorite Superman project has probably been Smallville, which isn't even a movie. I think that's probably my favorite iteration of Superman. I think it's an incredibly well casted show. Our Superman is good. Our Lex is really good in Smallville, but because it's a TV show, not a movie, it doesn't get looked at the same. I like Superman 1, like the Donner one. I like it. I think it's fine. But I've never been a big Superman fan because how many messianic elite like allegories are we going to get of Superman as Jesus? How many times are we going to deal with?
Well, if you watch Man of Steel, all of them.
Yeah, I mean, literally, there's like 90. He's supposed to look like Jesus in every third shot of the Zack Snyder film.
They had him go into a church.
Literally walk into a church.
Anyway, sorry.
So, like, yeah, I'm not a big Superman fan, but I just think it's such a smart decision to show us the Superman that is in pain, both physically and emotionally. He's trying to figure shit out. He's not winning fights because he's OP. He's actually getting his ass whooped. The first time you see Superman, which is a new Superman, of an actor you've likely never seen before or might not remember, he is bloodied and beaten. He is down. He is in pain. He's hurting. He needs a dog to come save him. That shit is smart. That shows that Gunn is like, I'm not giving you the Superman of your past. I'm not giving you your grandfather's Superman. I'm giving you the Superman of our times. And the Superman of our times is a soy boy. The Superman of our times has a lot of feelings. He listens to emo punk. Like, he has a lot of feelings. He's trying to process his way in the world.
Did you see the playlist?
Oh, yeah. Like, James Gunn put out the play because he's big music, obviously. Yeah. He made playlists for every character, has their own playlist. So my favorite part of writing in the movie, by the way, is the punk rock conversation where he ends it by saying, maybe that's punk rock, because he's saying, you trust everyone. You love everyone. That's not punk rock. I question everything. And he's saying, maybe that is punk rock. That is the mission statement of this film. That is our Superman. Our Superman is cares so much about everything that it makes him. That's what makes me cool. So it's not like you look at it, you're like, this is disingenuous. He's like too good. He cares about every life. He is saving squirrels. He's saving babies. He's saving animals. He doesn't want to see nobody die. He's shedding tears because the cool dude, the cool street vendor on the street gets popped by Lex. Holy shit, I can't believe they had Lex literally shoot this man in the head in this movie. I did not think that was going to happen.
Yeah. I think that got the biggest
not think that was gonna happen.
pop from the crowd, honestly, in the theater.
I did not think that was going to happen. So you have a Superman who cares so much about everything that he's kind of always going to be in moments of unhappiness and unsureness because of the nature of how much he cares. Like he can't save everyone. And kind of having him struggling with that. Having our Lois not be a brain dead person who is a good journalist. We're supposed to think she's a good journalist, but she doesn't know who the fuck her coworker is literally Superman, the guy you're reporting on every day. Having her know that and give him shit about that and to be really controlling. I stole this from Van Lathan. So it's not my original thought, but if you watch the first Superman from 1978, when you have the big scene with Clark and Lois is kind of on the back foot. She's nervous. She's taken aback by the charm.
I was watching it the other day. She's mad horny.
She is horny as hell. She's like, you have X-ray vision? Can you see the color of my panties? Like the scene is like he is charming and dashing her, and she's on the back foot because she's nervous. To flip that on its head and to have Clark think that he's gonna charm his way out of this interview. She's like, I want to interview you. He's like, okay. He thinks he can charm his way out of it, but she's actually going to interview you as if you were Superman and she didn't know who you were. So she's actually going to interview you because she's a fucking professional and good at her job. And he realizes he hasn't really thought through all this stuff as much as she has. And he can't really answer some of her questions. It's a very well-written scene, but it positions those two characters of like, Superman is strong, but Superman hasn't actually thought through the ramifications of his actions. And obviously we got some not so hidden Palestine versus Israel stuff here. The main head of the state of the bad country quite literally looks like Netanyahu. Like James Gunn is not pulling that punch. This is a movie about that as much as it's about immigrants and other things. A very hefty, heavy movie, but it never feels that way. It's like very light, very punchy. It's colorful because it's a James Gunn movie. Our cast is cooking. I thought Holt as Lex was incredibly good. Our top three were very amazing, and the chemistry between our Lois and our Clark was just these people. This is Superman who has sex. Like these people have a great physical chemistry, and that manifests itself as soon as they're on screen together.
Dog, you can tell in the press junkets that they're doing together.
It's palpable. They have palpable chemistry. You can feel it through the screen, and that's what we really fucking want at any summer blockbuster. That's why when it comes to something like Twisters and they don't have any sexual tension, it's like, why? Why can't they have sexual tension? That's the nature of when human beings meet each other. Sometimes there's some fucking tension there, and other people can see it. Like at the end of the movie, Guy Pearce is like, how long have they been hooking up? And it's like, yeah, 3 months. Like we all see it. We're not blind. We can see that these people are trying to hide something, but they got some chemistry together. I just think that it's just a well thought out film. What Gunn is trying to present to us is this is the start of my universe. Now we already have some pieces of it. We have a Peacemaker who makes a funny cameo. We have the Justice Gang who were really funny, really Mr. Terrific who's cool as shit, gets the coolest scene in the movie and is like Royden said, kind of the second lead at big parts of this film. When we're off screen from Lois and we're off screen from Lex, we're kind of hanging with Mr. Terrific, and he has a large, weighty part of this movie. The Green Lantern's funny. Like I just thought that this movie overall, it's not a perfect movie, but it's a really fun movie, and it's a great proof of concept for what Gunn has in store for DC. I couldn't be more excited about the future of it, and I'm going to give this movie an A-. I saw it twice, and I really enjoyed it.
I'm right there with you. A- for me as well too. He does a really interesting thing that other people have commented on, and that you notice right away is that you start in media res with Superman. Hey, we're in the movie. We should also note this movie is less than 2 hours long. It is just a cool summer's day,
man.
Amazing. Well, okay, it says it's 2 hours and 9 minutes.
2:09, I think.
but really the whole action is about an hour and 50 minutes before the title card rolls, really. And the idea that we're just going to start and like, I trust that who Superman and Lois are, and that they're possibly in a relationship, and that Superman is also Clark Kent, and that we've had a damn near 100-year relationship and a 50-year relationship with the real movies. Like, that he doesn't treat you like an idiot in that way. Thank you very much. That was great. I appreciate it. Do that a lot. Like, you don't have to do it with the Thunderbolts. We don't know who the Thunderbolts are. They have to like
everybody knows who Superman is. Yeah, everyone. We know the backstory.
We know, and they kind of did that with like the Batman. Granted, Batman was its own sort of origin story of that version of Batman, but Matt Reeves kind of did the same thing. Where it's like, who Batman is. Like, we don't have to show you the Krypton explode, or we don't have to show you Martha's pearls falling on the ground. We don't have to show you Krypton exploding. We don't have to show you all the messages from Jor-El to Clark about being the savior of the universe. We just don't have to show you. And in fact, we continue to spoil this movie. He makes an incredible decision to turn the Jor-El thing on its head and be like, and then not go back to it. I'm still not certain if that Jor-El message was quote unquote fake or if he faked it, but everybody, including Mr. Terrific, says that no, this is real. Like, this seems to actually be real. So he makes a really cool decision to like flip that whole storyline on its head. But it starts, like I said, in media res, and you're just with Superman. And now he doesn't spend a lot of time as Clark Kent, but like, who gives a shit? Like, I know people like the duality of the character a little bit, but he gives you the best that it could have possibly been in this version of Superman, where you're having that interaction, like you said, between Lois and Clark. In the old Superman, like I said, it was the Richard Donner 76 or 78 Superman. He's Clark Kent like first. Like, that's kind of, you see him fly away from the Fortress of Solitude as Superman, but he's like Clark Kent for a good bit of that movie. And what this starts you as is that it's just like, okay, we're gonna be with Superman because we gotta get through this. We gotta get through this movie. Some of the CGI and stuff is wonky, but I will say, having a brightly colored comic book movie, thank you. Having a comic book movie that's mostly, now the second act gets a little wonky when he's floating through a river, like a proton river, but like having a Superman movie that's like in Cleveland, which is where they filmed a lot of this, like in real places, you can tell they're in real downtown areas and in real buildings and doing that sort of stuff. Like this in the Thunderbolts, bringing back real places. Thank you very much. I appreciate a real place. So
you didn't like when the movie turned into Ant-Man and the
Wasp, or
the Ant-Man Quantumania for the second act of the movie?
It didn't take me out of it that much, other than it just was like, okay, James Gunn is making a Guardians of the Galaxy movie a little bit. But I like Guardians of the Galaxy, so take that with a grain of salt, I guess.
The first time I watched it, I was like, okay, that scene didn't bother me too much, but I didn't necessarily love the Proton River. And then the second time I watched it, I was like, I really want to get past this Proton River sequence so I can get to the rest of this movie.
Yeah, him just like holding the baby like a
football,
a loaf of bread.
Very cute baby, though. Very cute baby. But Proton River stuff, I was like, all right, get me out of the CGI fest. Get me back into the heart of Cleveland. There's skyscrapers that are falling down. Like,
never did I think I would be like, get me back to Cleveland.
Yeah. Not something I would ever think unless I was LeBron James.
But look, there is something in that second act of the movie that is pretty, like we've touched on just a little bit, pretty forward, that like CEO billionaire guy is disappearing his enemies to a nether region that we can't get to, and putting them in like basically like a CIA black site.
Wonder where we've heard that before.
Ooh,
Very, very timely movie, and I think that is one of the many things about this movie that may or may not work in a different time.
Yeah,
because you've been trying to make this movie for so long. But this is 2025. This is right on the nose with what's going on with Trump and Elon and everybody.
He couldn't have thrown a dart any better. Like, and it's
Yeah.
just like, and probably he started writing this movie 3 years ago, but problems of 3 years ago are still problems of today. There's a little bit of that. I mean, it's the overarching theme of the movie, I think, or the back half, the final act of the movie is the conflict between the two nations. So when he started writing it, he could have been using it as a analogy for Russia, Ukraine,
yeah,
and now it's transferred over to Palestine and Israel. And so, there's a little bit of both in that, but it's just Superman, and I've been saying this before, in Superman projects that I think have worked, which has mostly been the animated ones as of late. Superman has always been a catalyst or a character for which you can throw the problems of the present day around, and that he then has to solve. Like, Superman's fighting Nazis in the very first comic books of the 1930s and 40s, and it's always been a character for which you can sort of mold what is happening around. And James Gunn, to his credit, this is a big studio movie, guys, from Warner Brothers. Like, he kind of got carte blanche to really could he have been more overt and been like, hey, name country, stop messing with name country. Yes, but like, he didn't do that. He named them different names, like Jar-Empor, and I couldn't remember what the other one was named, but it's a Baravia, yeah. So it's a definite Putin Netanyahu stand-in. It's a definite.
He looks like Netanyahu, but he has a Russian accent, so it's very clear what we're doing there.
It's just interesting to see them really go this far in a big blockbuster movie. So I mean, like, say if you hate it or love it or whatever you want to say, like if you want to get mad at us for even talking about it, I'm just telling you, like, the balls on that guy to be like, hey, my Superman and Justice team are gonna fight an armed conflict,
that shows you how much like literally Gunn has carte blanche over there. Yeah. Because let me tell you what Feige would do if somebody came to his desk and said, "Hey, we're gonna have the X-Men do like an Israel-Palestine kind of thing." I think Kevin Feige might fire someone that day. Like, are you fucking serious?
Into the sun. He would launch them into the sun.
The film has been delayed due to disagreements about the script. We're working through rewrite.
That's probably what happened to Blade. They probably were like, hey, like, Blade's going to be like a member of like Black Lives Matter. And Feige was like, yeah, we're shoving that bullshit.
Rewrite.
Get the fuck out of here.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
We are shoving that bullshit.
No, so I think it's really good. Corn Sweat's unbelievable. He also gets his like quite literally moment in the sun to shine at the very end of the movie, and like they throw the Justice Gang in there, and it gets a little wonky with like, we got to throw a little brand synergy in here to like set up some other stuff. I'm under no impression that Nathan Fillion is going to be a Green Lantern going forward, but he was
Mr. really
terrific.
Funny.
He's really good. But like Mr. Terrific and Hot Girl and stuff, like, we're going to totally see them like going forward. And I just think that like there's a little bit of wonkiness of like, instead of just giving us a Superman movie, it like team up a little bit. So there's a little bit of that, but like at the very end, Corn Sweat saves the day and he gets his big Superman speech. This is, and granted, I didn't quite finish the Richard Donner Superman, but this is like the most like overt and honest and open Superman that I've seen in a long time. Like, it's not sort of, and people get mad, like the stunted Cavill Superman where he's conflicted about all that. He knows what he wants to do and why he wants to do it, whether that's right or wrong in the eyes of whatever geopolitical landscape that he lives in is to the humans. But he's like, I'm built different. Like, I'm going to stop this shit. And he has a point of view that he wants to stop this, that, and the other and do good. And that speech that he gets to yell at Luthor is like some of the best Superman dialogue and stuff that I've seen in a long time. And the sun is literally shining on his face, and like you see, and instead of him and like Luthor in some sort of big super suit or whatever fighting to the death with like kryptonite, like they get to like kind of hash it out at the very end of the movie. Nicholas Hoult has his big rousing speech, which is unbelievable, of like the ethos of why billionaires want to so desperately be liked in our culture now, of like, I'm envious that you're liked and that I can't be as strong as you. That whole bit from Holt, A++. It's like why we get these great actors to be these villains too. It's like Nicholas Hoult made the big bucks because he gets to deliver that speech at the very end, and he gets to stream 1A and like all that stuff. It's so good. And yeah, I mean, it gets a little wonky in the second act with him breaking out of super jail, but you know, it's still, I cannot believe how good of a time I had with all of this. And I will say, the little kids raising the Superman flag, while manipulative, I cried.
So
I was like,
Superman, they got me, dog.
Yeah, I got it.
That's what I'm here for. That's exactly my kind of carrying on.
I am a Mark because I'm James Gunn's Mark because I was like shaking in my seat. I was, I think Caitlin was like, what is wrong?
Really fucking good.
That is exactly the kind of shit I'm here for, man. Make the heroes heroic.
Yeah, it's hope. It's the whole thing is hope, and I think it is definitely a product of where we're living in now, where I think a lot of people don't have hope in everyday life, whether it's financially, politically, whatever, you know, in America. So having something that we all know and love definitely come in with this much hope, like Man of Steel. Yeah, I don't know about the hope.
Hope wouldn't be the word you use to describe Man of Steel or any of the Snyderverse films.
Man of Steel hates the idea of Superman and hates you for liking that.
Yes, facts.
Yeah. I man, I was a mark, I guess. It really brought me back to what I felt as a kid. And this isn't an original idea, of Saturday morning Superman cartoons. Like, it is a Saturday morning Superman cartoon. He's going to fight 15 villains. He's going to fight Lex Luthor also. And he's going to lose a little bit. And then he's going to save the day. And he's going to bar you up at the end of it with some, you know, corny lines like, yeah, maybe hope is the punk rock or whatever, or like kindness is the punk rock. Corny. Okay, but yeah, I get it. Like,
that shit worked for me. That it wasn't corny to me. I was like, that's what I sat down in this movie theater for that punk rock back and forth. I thought that was fucking incredible.
We need more people who are willing to be corny, like in Superman, that gives us that.
I mean, and he's just like, he's one of those, that people would like boo for being genuine, you know, like, but it is like the James Gunn playlist for Superman. It's like The Middle by Jimmy Eat World, Dear Maria, Count Me In by The All Time Low, Shake It Out by Florence and the Machine, Don't Stop Believing by Journey. Like, all these songs though that I love that are really on this playlist, but that's kind of the thesis of what this is. And no, man, I think it's really good. I think most of the action, like just based solely off of the story, but most of the action and stuff is pretty good. The camera in the face from the flying's a little wonky. Like, I don't quite know what's going on with that.
I liked it.
Looks like a fisheye lens a little bit. But yeah, you also get a Superman that loses fights a little bit too.
A lot of bit. He was getting his ass whooped in this
film.
So I liked it. I liked it. Turn out, if he's going to be OP like that, then I'm going to see him get his fucking shit pushed, and I want to see him get cooked. I want to see him get fucking cooked, and I like that in my Superman movie because I know he's not going to fucking die. Right. You're not going to, and I like the cool way they got around. They already established to us that there's not a lot of kryptonite on Earth, so we're not going to have a lot of random kryptonite shit happening right now. That's probably going to matter down the line, but we got to get around it in this movie by using Metamorpho, who was a secondary character, but also in those 10 minutes, I thought he did an incredible job there with that performance. I like we've got little monkey trolls down there typing up the tweets, which is obviously an allusion to James Gunn getting some of the same treatment when he got fired for his tweets. So I just thought that there was a lot of things that were very well considered that Gunn put on the screen, and it's just a fucking fun time at the movie theaters and gives you those blockbustery moments. But I agree with what Dex just said. This Superman needs a little bit of corniness. These comic book movies in general need a little bit of that corniness. And the highs of all the comic book movies we've ever seen, whether it be Marvel or DC or before these things were even big movie studios, is that they're able to tap into that absurdity of comic books, which is it's funny sometimes, it's serious sometimes, and you kind of blend that all together. And I think the blend that Gunn was able to give us, like he's generally able to do across his movies, was kind of perfectly suited for a Superman story. And I just never thought I would see another good Superman movie. I just thought Superman wasn't that interesting. So for him to be able to turn my head and make me see an interesting Superman character just is a testament to what he's cooking up for the DCU.
Yeah. By the way, Anthony Kerrigan was Metamorpho, our Barry King, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's the guy from Barry.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just... I
haven't talked about the real star of the movie, which is Krypto.
Oh, yeah, we haven't talked about Krypto.
We haven't even talked about Krypto. Saved his ass like 5 times.
Could have done without Krypto.
Not done without.
That's why you're doing this.
But one too many times.
That's fair. He does save him literally 5 times. It's like, all right, bro, how many times are you going to call on Krypto? But I will not let Dex say that we could have done without Krypto. Krypto is crucial to the film.
Okay. I'm not here to fight. I know you're never gonna win a fight being like, get the dog out of here. But hey, all I'm saying is I could have done without Krypto. I did. We can just go ahead and we're 45 minutes into a Superman podcast, so if you don't want spoilers, that's on you at this point. But
you already spoiled a lot of it.
Yeah, Millie Alcock, shout out. I'm so pumped.
I'm very pumped for her to return to my life
on our screens. Her pulling up and just that being her dog, I was like, okay, this makes so much sense. I'm with this. Let's go.
She straight up just got that job off of being drunk at the Golden Globes, so good for her.
Swag her out.
I'm here to watch Millie Alcock in anything. I wish she would have been Spider-Gwen, which is what we needed. But Supergirl will take that too.
You know what the second season of that show was missing? It was missing Millie Alcock and the energy that she brought to the set. She was fucking phenomenal. She was great. The flashback isn't enough, so I'm glad we get to see her in full. And I'm super pumped for Supergirl. I'm pumped for it.
Yeah, the Krypto stuff. Love the Krypto stuff. My wife and I think all of the other
everybody else with a heart that's not Dex. Yeah, they loved it.
He is a little too much, but at the very end when they're fighting all the bad guys and he does the spinning thing and Krypto takes the helmet off that guy. Saw it in the trailer, but he knocks his teeth out in tandem and they're all fighting through the air but Krypto does get, if they would have set this up to use them a little bit more sparingly, it would have been a little bit better, but he does the Incredible Hulk thing at the end of the movie.
What Incredible Hulk thing?
In the first Avengers movie, when Loki is in the middle of a speech about I am a god. Okay. You cannot, and he just slams him around like that.
Yeah, they did do that. You're right.
You're literally just stole that and did that to Lex Luthor with Krypto, which got a big laugh out of the theater. But it's exactly what that was.
Yeah, it was a good pop.
So, I don't know. What else do you want to talk about?
Dex, how did you feel when Peacemaker came on the screen? I think that you know who Peacemaker is, but how did that pop in your crowd? Because the first time I saw it, that got a really big pop from the crowd.
Yeah, that got a big pop from the crowd. Me personally, I was like, oh, look, it's John Cena. That's cool. I wasn't really thinking too much about Peacemaker, what it might mean in a larger context or whatever. I just oh, fun. John Cena's here.
It was perfectly in line with Peacemakers from the show that he would get on TV and be like, yeah, he's this Superman guy. He's just jealous of me because I'm more jacked than he is. That's something that Peacemaker would actually do. That was just phenomenal. That was one of my favorite parts of the movie. That was incredible.
I liked all of the the news segment stuff where it was just the most flip-flopping ass shit. They were like, one day it's, oh my god, I can't believe they would try and get rid of Superman, and then the next day it's, we have to get rid of Superman, and then after that it's like, Lex Luthor's the worst thing that ever happened. Like, it's so real. Like,
it is a very interesting comment on also where we are with our television journalism, and that also it is like print journalism still
they're breaking the news.
the guiding light in this, which sometimes they really get down to breaking the actual news, but it's like Michael Ian Black is just Tucker Carlson or
He's
whatever.
doing a great job as Tucker Carlson. That was great.
Yeah. So
What's crazy is that in real life, it would be a Phil Lewis tweet being like, Lex Luthor is trying to take over Baravia or whatever via Lois Lane. Like,
via Lois Lane.
Hat tip Lois Lane.
Hashtag super shit.
I also really like the couple things. One, the kaiju scene, the little kaiju looking thing that was colorful outside of his conversation with Lois. So we have this little like battle being fought with this little colorful thing that is really just like a sight gag for James Gunn to throw some color into the movie. So because that's what he does. I really like that, and I also really like the way that the Jimmy Olsen thing kind of happens. Like the source is actually, you see it in the beginning of the movie. I remember the first time I watched it, when you see there's one scene where Superman's having the first fight with we haven't even talked about who he fights, but he basically fights, spoiler, a clone of himself. But you don't know that. You don't know that when he's having the fight in the first scene of the movie. But you see a woman take a selfie in the middle of a fight scene, and it's like, wait, why did that just happen? That's weird. But it becomes a plot point because Lex Luthor's girlfriend is taking all these selfies, but she's taking them at opportune moments that actually reveal information in the picture. So Jimmy Olsen, because he has all the hoes, one of his old work is also Lex's ex-girlfriend who's giving him information. I really like how that played out. I thought that was a really, really punchy writing, and that part of the movie got a big pop as well. When he meets her in the alley, that got a huge pop from the crowd when I saw it.
Mutant feet.
It's
so funny just to be like the most normal looking guy like Skylar Gisondo to be like these tins throwing themselves at him, and he could not be bothered. He just was like, oh,
he's about to get the biggest scoop of his entire career, and she's like, we just have to hang out for the weekend. He pauses for like 15 seconds. He's like, I really don't want to hang with this woman. I do not want to hang with this woman. Yeah. He says, how long? She says, the whole weekend. He says, no.
What?
And them saving the planet and him still being like, just so funny.
Lois is like, wait, this person, like this woman is into you? And he's just like, yeah, like
whatever.
He's like, this hot woman wants you? And he said, hot? Like he doesn't even view her that way. He's like, I hate her. I don't view her as hot anymore.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great comedic actor. I mean, you know him from like Righteous Gemstones and stuff, but like that whole bit where Booksmart too, yeah, where he's just going around, and also all of like the women of the night are like throwing themselves at him too.
And the girls at the office, like early on, they're in the office, and the two girls like by the copy machine, like
hey,
making googly eyes at him.
Cannot be bothered. I found that bit just really, really like that's the James Gunn shit too. Throughout all of this, and yeah, I will say I'm just so glad that. And maybe I'm a super dumb bird brain idiot, but that we have color tones in our superhero movies now. We have a color palette. It's not desaturated. Yeah. Thank God.
We're back. We are so back. Yeah. We got some dark scenes when they were supposed to be dark, and some bright scenes that are supposed to be bright. The sun is out in Metropolis. Shit looks visible and nice and saturated. And we weren't hiding from the color. Thank God.
What did y'all think about the score of this movie? I'm trying to see who it was done by.
They were using the John Williams one, but then they were like bringing in other notes into it. I liked it. I feel like a Superman movie has to have the Superman music. Like don't be the guy who wants to take the Superman music out of the Superman movie. Don't be that guy. Don't do it.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about this movie that just works. Like James Gunn wasn't afraid of Superman, you know? He wasn't like, oh, how can we change Superman to fit modern times, or how do we make Superman less corny, or how do we? He was just like, no, it's Superman. I'm gonna make a movie about Superman and just let it rock.
Yeah, it was kind of redone by the John Williams score was kind of redone by David Fleming and John Murphy, and I thought it was especially good when he saves that woman who's going to be crushed by the car, and it just like, come on, man, he has him come out of the dust and the sun is shining like behind him.
That was the only Jesus vibes I got the whole movie. That was the only time I felt like, okay, that's the Jesus vibes, but now we're going back to our Superman movie. I like that.
We've kind of beat around the bush though, but the big kind of ending fight scene, which I thought was really, really good, is basically Lex Luthor has cloned Superman. You don't really know that. He's Ultraman throughout the entire thing. He's kind of like this Black Noir guy.
Yeah, like he doesn't talk.
Yeah,
he wears a mask
from The Boys, and he doesn't talk, but they've cloned Superman, and I thought it was going to be like Bizarro Superman or something like that, but you know,
I thought it was going to be Cap when they do the reveal where
it looks like Henry Cavill.
I thought it was going to be Cavill, and I was like, "Whoa, shit! It's going to be Cavill." It wasn't Cavill.
No, it wasn't Cavill, but like it looks like him a little bit with like his long hair, but corn sweat. I mean, you know, all these white dudes look alike, but like
I'm not going to lie. I would have liked it better if you stick with the cloning, but it's actually Cavill as the other character. I think that would have been fucking awesome.
I think that would have
that feels very MCU.
That would have gone too far, maybe.
I would have loved that for Cavill. I like Cavill. I'm not giving up on our good boy. I'm not giving up on him.
He's
no, don't. Dex, you've been putting everybody on Fraud Watch lately. You have to stop.
He's not even on Fraud Watch. He's like the fraud happened, bro.
Coach Prada.
I saw what he did in a Mission Impossible movie, bro. I was there. I saw it. He has it.
How long has it been, Teach?
Oh.
There have been
6 years.
2 other Mission Impossible movies that were both like heavily delayed, like since. And Henry Cavill doesn't have another banger to his name.
He doesn't. He literally doesn't.
But yeah, so he has programmed all these fights like a video game into Henry Cavill, into the clone of Superman, David Corenswet, and it.
He's calling plays like it's fucking Madden.
Yeah, exactly.
4 firsts.
I also like how it plays on the fact that Superman doesn't have that many moves because he doesn't need that many moves because he's Superman. So I like that. There's like I can learn enough of these moves so that I could program it to fight better than you. I thought that was a really cool aspect. And the way that Holt is playing those scenes where they think they got him, these people think that they're going to kill Superman. I will also note though that like these henchmen are maybe having more fun in these scenes than Lex is. They're all very happy that Superman's gonna die. I just want to know what their motivations were. Why they were fucking when they thought Superman was dead, there was like a fucking party in there, bro. Like I was like, okay, why do y'all want to kill? I know why Lex wants to kill Superman. Why do y'all want to kill Superman?
Well, have you seen all the trolls that work at Doge?
I was gonna say, bro, like this movie, it's pissed off a lot of like, you know, right-wing political people or whatever. But the people who should be the most offended are the sports analytics community. They were out there. Smoked. They were out there playing EPA ball, and then Superman just shows up and is like, "Fuck it, Justin Jefferson down there somewhere," and like just cooking the whole time.
They told the clone not to shoot any mid-range jumpers, only shoot threes and layups. That's not real hoops, bro.
That's not real hoops. Superman
you're not gonna be Superman like that.
I'm gonna tell you, David Ortiz doesn't play first base, but who gives a shit? He hits bombs, brother.
We just made a basketball, a football, and a baseball reference in like 1 minute.
Versatility, baby.
Yeah. Don't ask us to do hockey.
Who else is podding like that? Yeah. Who else is giving you that?
This is not the Moneyball version of Superman, bitch. We're the Yankees. We pay players out here. Oh, man. No, so he throws him into a black hole with a bus. So that was kind of funny.
That was fucking awesome. The way the bus was, that was fucking, I liked that. I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
And he broke his arm to do it because our Superman always has to hurt. He has to feel the sacrifice of harming others by feeling the pain. He literally broke his arm to hit that guy with the bus.
I don't know what it is, man, but bone breaks like that in movies, you just always like just make me go, ugh. Like I remember
okay.
Black Widow had a lot of that where it's like Yelena and Scarlett Johansson. I forget what her character's name is now. Natasha. Yeah, they're like getting their bones broken and shit the whole time, and I'm like, oh my god.
Are we sure the Superman didn't kill anybody in this movie? Are we certain about that?
There are points where there are buildings coming down. I feel like there's some people died. Maybe he didn't kill anybody, but some people died.
I do. Yeah, it is fun. Like, I mean, if you have a real problem with this, you're kind of a poopy pants nerd, but it's like evacuate the city. 2 minutes later, it's like the city is evacuated. We did that because Superman and Zod killed 1 billion people of collateral damage in Metropolis and Man of Steel. So we can't really do that again. But
I gotta say, the other part that got me, we talked about like the kids holding up the Superman flag and chanting or whatever. The other part that got me was when they were like, play the video of his parents, and it showed like,
man, that got
Smallville.
me, bro.
I'm a punk rocker. Yes, I am.
Switching it from his birth parents to now, when they say his parents, they mean that his actual parents. We also didn't talk about how jarring it was to hear his parents speak for the first time. Like they have really, really hokey accents. Like, but casting them that way as opposed
And they're
to
also normal.
they're normal people.
Folks.
They're normal looking people. They're not Kevin Costner and Diane Lane. Like, yeah, they're
and
not
they use the phone like
super
parents.
hot. Yeah, they use the phone like regular people. She's on the phone. He's talking at the same. Like they are regular people. They made them the most normal. I don't know if that's quite a Kansas accent, but they made them the most normal people ever. It's very. It makes you feel even better about what you feel about Clark and about Superman. It makes you root for him even more. And so putting that's a choice in itself of how to do that. It's more of the Smallville vibe, but even the parents on Smallville were good looking. Like these are normal looking people, and I thought the dad just did an incredible job. He has so much emotion, and of course he is wears his heart on his sleeve with his son because that's our emo Superman is going to have a dad who's very emotional. The dad's crying. The dad's making sure Clark is okay. I just think that those are all very good decisions, but also you can feel the gunniness of it. You can literally feel just James Gunn saying, this is how I make movies. This is how I want people to make people feel that way. And so you get that big payoff at the end. And someone else noted this on a podcast I was listening to. When they play that montage of his parents, there's no superhero shit in there. It's not him lifting up the car like in the old Supermans when he's a baby. It's not him shooting lasers out of his eyes for the first time. It's just normal kid shit. It's just like kid outside presents, playing with dad, opening presents, eating dinner, making a mess, like just general kid shit. And that's a very intentional decision, but also very James Gunn coded.
Yeah, I also like that, obviously that he has like his moment of crisis or whatever, where he's like, oh, I was sent here to terraform the earth or whatever. But like, it doesn't take a lot for him
secret harem.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot for him to snap back. Like, his dad, like, because it's just in him, like he's a good person. And so, like,
and that's it's not a lot, and they don't spend a lot of time in Smallville, but like it's really the sort of Americana, wholesome values thing.
Yeah. His dad is like, hey man, remember who you are. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's all it takes. Because I love that. I mentioned this earlier. I've said it a bunch, but like, I just love that. Like, we have a good guy like at the center of our movie, and like, we don't have to question it. And like all the corny, like all the shit that you remember about like the MCU and any other superhero movie really is like the corny shit. It's like, I can do this all day or whatever. Like, like all that, like good guy, get it done bullshit. It works, man. It works for Superman.
Somebody pointed out in our chat, and like more people have been chiming into our chat as of our latest episodes, but Nico Bellic says there's a big plot hole in Superman. Why couldn't Superman with his X-ray vision see Ultraman's face? He should have known long before that Ultraman is the clone.
Wait, that's actually a good point.
It is a good point. I don't know if it's a plot hole because it's like why couldn't Superman just punch through the chest of Ultra? You know, that sort of thing.
Him knowing doesn't actually change the movie any. It's us who don't know what he doesn't reveal. But he's probably right that Clark probably should have already known it was.
Well, they
He has
make
a big fancy mask on.
Yeah, they make a big thing in the old Superman of like he can't, which is
He can't
really
see through
crazy
lead.
how this movie works. Yeah, he can't see her panties because the flower bed is made of lead. Like, but that could be a thing too. That movie's like mad horny for a good
It's
portion.
pretty
of
horny. I mean, this movie is also very horny, by the way, in its own way.
Real
The
love
kiss-
is back.
The kiss at the end apparently got shortened in India because it was like too hot and sexy. Because at the end he takes her up and he does the fly thing, and they go up towards the ceiling. These two people have some real chemistry. Let's just leave it at that. Like it gets horny at times. It's a horny movie at times.
I haven't even talked about myself. I think we talked about it a little bit, but like Rachel Brosnahan's so good. And
She's great.
I really
I think she's the perfect Lois.
Yeah. I mean, she gets kind of put in a corner at a certain spot, like especially when she's following Mr. Terrific a little bit. And like obviously that's to like set up Mr. Terrific doing, you said, the Quicksilver scene, Dex, but and then when he's trying to fly the drones through the Proton River to save Superman, and she's kind of just standing there. She kind of gets put in a corner a little bit, but those conversations with Superman is exactly what you need. In the old Superman, Lois Lane can't spell. Like this is like
she's an idiot.
Yeah, it's so crazy to go back and watch it. And I like Margot Kidder in the old Superman, and she's great, and she looks fantastic, and her chemistry with Christopher Reeve is really good. And I think she does make a good Lois Lane, but they kind of like nerf her and make her a dumb idiot a little bit. So
that's why he's Clark so much, because she doesn't. It's like the Clark. It's like I feel like in the cartoons, most of the time she doesn't know who Superman is, and so you spend a lot of your energy on that, and just getting rid of that aspect of it is just such a smart way to give the Lois character her own individual arc and her own like agency, as opposed to just like being a dumb idiot who doesn't realize that she's dating Superman or has a crush on Superman, depending on where you are on the storyline. I just think that's such a great decision. And I think that she was the most well cast of any of the big three. I thought they all did a great job, but I think she is the most perfectly cast one of the three, just because she is a perfect Lois. I can't think of somebody else playing that role, having seen her play that role.
I am interested that they really did not spend a lot of time with him as Clark Kent in this. Like 2 scenes?
Basically. But that's some of the best stuff in the movie. Those conversations with Lois are incredible.
But he's switching into and from Clark Kent to Superman. It is kind of interesting.
I was going to say, in this movie, they're more one and the same than in other media.
That really is. It's not like a split person. Like he is Clark Kent Superman. It's one thing.
He's not like clumsy as Clark and really coordinated as Superman. Like sometimes you get that dynamic. He kind of literally is the same. Like he's not very different.
Like I think that part of it is that like he's been Superman for a while in this. Like, so
like I said, they start you in media res in the opening scroll of the movie, which I missed a little bit because I had to like sprint out, or I was going to the bathroom and we got to the movie late. Anyway, but the 3 decade.
I like the way they did that scroll and using 3 and everything. I thought that was fire.
What does the 3 mean? What am I missing there?
On New Rockstars, they brought up the Holy Trinity. I thought that was a bit of a stretch, but that's where they went with it.
Yeah. But yeah, so they started there, and I'm like, I keep going back to the Richard Donner Superman because I think that's the one that everybody holds in the highest esteem before this movie, and it's still, I think people would probably put that movie over this movie. But like watching the Christopher Reeve Superman, the Richard Donner Superman, like he's like a bumbling kind of like idiot as Clark Kent, a little bit, not idiot, but like sort of a bumbling, sort of super mild mannered, stumbles over himself, coward at times. Like, well, Lois, you better give him your purse. Like, I don't know what we should do there.
He's definitely different than Superman. Like he's a coward. But this Superman, I think that's an astute observation that they're kind of the same personality-wise. They're kind of the exact same, which I guess you can, if you needed to. I would hope that you keep that going forward in whatever iteration we see Superman in next, because I don't think we need to stratify the personalities of the two. I don't think that serves a purpose going forward.
Yeah, agreed.
Go ahead, Tex.
I just love this movie, man. I can't wait to go see it again. It's so good.
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer we were planning on going, but like
No,
this shit rules, man.
I don't have much else because, like I said, it's not a very long movie. And
I think the script is really good. I think the writing is really good. It looks good, other than the Proton River, which I guess looks fine, but I just didn't love that. But otherwise, I thought it looks really great. And yeah, this is a fun movie. I've seen it twice. It was better the second time. It's just a fun movie. I'm glad that we've arrived here in the DCU. Let's fucking go. Let's turn up.
Still fascinated by the timeliness of all of that thing, and having the foresight to put in some of this commentary is crazy to me. What do we think we do from here? I mean, they're making a Clayface movie, which I'm
Supergirl is next, and then Clayface. Those will be smaller films. They won't be.
I'll watch it. I mean, I'm not going to be excited about a Clayface movie, but I'll watch it.
Peacemaker season 2, and we got Green Lanterns coming.
To your point, like, how much is it? While also, because what if he is like in charge of the creative direction of where this is going? How much is the James Gunn-ness going to be in, or is he going to let people cook and do what they want to do? But he's also directing and writing movies too. So how much input could he possibly have, or how much capacity and bandwidth could he possibly have to put himself into the rest of this stuff? Or is he going to like I think like Luca Guadagnino was attached to one of these movies that kind of got dumped or something.
But it got dumped.
Yeah, he's trying to put creative people in this stuff. So I'm just interested to see what he does with this.
I am too, because you're right. Like,
because all the stuff,
Feige's not directing movies. Feige's not like Feige is just telling everybody what they should or shouldn't be doing and keeping it consistent. Gunn is trying to do both. He's trying to be a director and write stuff, and also, so it's going to be very interesting, because just because he can make his own good movies doesn't necessarily mean he can manage people and be able to let them execute their vision while maintaining the brand quality. Like, we don't know that he can do that yet, so we'll see.
There is another person that's in charge. Peter Safran, I believe is probably how you pronounce his name.
So he's probably the
chairperson, co-CEO of DC Studios, along with James Gunn. James Gunn got paid, man, to do it. But yeah, he'll probably be the Feige figure of like going to doing all this while, hey James, what do you think about the creative vision of Clayface? Like, I'm sure he'll come in and do something on that. But I'm just interested. I keep saying this. I'm just interested to see how much of his stuff is put into this, because for all its faults and stuff too, I really did like his version of the Suicide Squad movie, but that also is a very James Gunn production. You know what I'm saying? So it has a lot in common with, I think, this movie stylistically. And so is this all going to be sort of James Gunn-esque going forward? I doubt it, but I don't know. Any thoughts or nah?
I think I landed on the sports analogy for the DCU signing James Gunn. It's the Dodgers getting Ohtani. That's what it is. The Dodgers were getting eliminated by the Diamondbacks of the world. And, there's no reason that movies about Captain America and Iron Man should be outgrossing movies about Superman and Wonder Woman and Batman. But yeah, they went and got their Ohtani, and now they're going to win the World Series.
Yeah, you got the guy that had consistently made 3 good movies in the DC in the Marvel universe. It definitely would have been the equivalent of like, why am I Sinners and Black Panther? Ryan Coogler, like we all, we got Ryan Coogler or the equivalent, but they got the guy that really does understand superhero movies to a T. Brandon says, not a Superman fan typically, but this is very fun, and I haven't stopped thinking about it since TikTok doesn't help. Like, yeah, if you Googled this movie in the past couple of days, RIP to your algorithm.
Yeah, they are on your ass. The little monkeys in the basement are on you.
So yeah, there's another Superman movie eventually. Do we want Pattinson to be in this, or are we keeping those separate? Because Matt Reeves finally did turn in that Batman.
I want to keep them separate for now. Let
it build a little bit.
It's not a lot of jokes in the Matt Reeves Batman. Okay, There's not a lot of,
I think that works though.
well, the Penguin is making jokes, but I mean, there are not a lot of jokes. I want to keep them separate for now.
I want to see the styles clash and come together, but I also want them to let it build a little bit, you know.
It'll be interesting to see how they play that because they have said that it's going to keep it separate, but James Gunn did do the thing. Well, we'll never say never, that sort of thing.
We'll see how desperate we get.
I just don't ever think I want to see a James Gunn written Batman movie. That does not sound like Superman makes sense from an outsider's perspective, not knowing what he was going to do. Batman would scare me a lot if we were to find out that James Gunn is somehow going to be involved in a Batman movie. That's a bit weird to me.
But I think that the big picture did make a really good point where it's the conflicting styles are what made the cartoons good too, when they would team up.
True.
And how serious Batman was in the cartoons versus
Superman being a goofball.
the Boy Scout Superman.
Yeah.
So yeah, I always
that
found
makes sense.
I always found that.
Okay, maybe I can see it. Maybe
now, do I want Robert Pattinson's Superman or Batman to be floating down a proton river into a black hole?
Definitely not.
Not really, but to each his own. I'd be interesting to see how they go with that. The funniest thing that I did see over the weekend was a week ago, Matt Reeves going to the Superman premiere. He just walked by all the press into the movie and then walked out. He could not be bothered to stop, take a picture, or do anything. He's just like, I'm here. So, yeah, that has been Superman. Hour 15 on that. We almost went as long as the movie. What are we watching?
What are y'all seeing before we do F4? Are y'all seeing anything before F4? I'm seeing
Fantastic Four. I was like,
yes, F4, F4.
The fourth F1 movie.
Yeah. They're cranking these out.
I'm seeing the new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie tomorrow.
I will not be there, but let me know.
I know that Dex is going to be there.
I've got Madeline Klein stock, so let me know.
Of course you do.
Shouts out Outer Banks. You know what I'm saying?
Jennifer Love Hewitt in the original I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's literally, I still think, maybe the hottest white woman to ever exist in my brain. That's true.
Very powerful.
Man, that did some things for me.
Very powerful. Oh, they brought Wild Robot back to Cinemark. You gonna go see that?
All right.
No, I don't know. I probably won't see another movie.
Wild Robot's good, man. I like Wild Robot.
At my Cinemark, which is where I go, it is all blockbuster slop right now. It is Superman, Jurassic World, F1, and How to Train Your Dragon. I mean, Elio, which didn't get a fair shake of the movies. I may go try and see a Pixar movie because it really did not get it. It kind of got shat on a little bit. So
I've been seeing nothing but people shitting on it.
But yeah, before Fantastic Four, I don't know if I probably will just go see Superman again, which is exactly what they want.
Yes, facts.
I'm going to go. I'm not going, but I have a screener link. I will be watching Oh Hi, the new Molly Gordon joint, because I have all the Molly Gordon stock. I am over leveraged on Molly Gordon stock, so I need this to work.
Call your banker, call your broker.
Molly Gordon is the voice of the generation. Okay, she has to work. She's the most millennial person to ever exist.
She is a little supplanted by Io Debris in that way.
I can see that.
Io is like, I love Io, but she doesn't feel like as of this generation as Molly Gordon does to me. Io just seems like, she's just a good actress who would exist in any time,
Fair. Rachel Sennett, how do we feel?
I actually haven't watched a lot of Rachel Sennett, to be honest. So I don't have strong feelings on her one way or the other.
I just keep going to bottoms, like I'm just looking at the cast of bottoms.
When are we getting our next Sydney Sweeney thing? When is that happening? I need her. I miss her in my life.
Soon, right?
Is she back on Euphoria? Is that
she is? If that is a thing that she's doing, but I don't think that's what's coming next. It's just a movie coming before that.
Euphoria. Let's see. No, it's the Christy Martin biopic. I think is going to be the next thing that comes out.
Who is Christy Martin?
Female boxer in the 90s.
Oh, I'm in. I'm fucking in.
The Housemaid, which was I think a book.
Oh, Amanda Seyfried's in that too.
Yeah, it's
That'll be
coming.
fun.
That's supposed to be coming out in December. On
Christmas Day release. Okay. Do we feel confident? Are we
No.
doing an
Is
awards
there
push?
anything else big coming out on Christmas? Like what are they going against? I might be scared for her.
Oh, I'm not worried about that making money. I'm just
Oh.
asking if we're making a little Oscar push. You know what I'm saying?
That's not going to be that's a book adaptation, like that's a Frida McFadden novel. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna.
Hey man,
That's
the
it,
Academy
Sydney.
loves Amanda Seyfried.
That's Sydney Sweeney, very good looking woman, extremely good looking woman.
Christmas.
Many people are saying.
What? Since when? Let's see. Okay. This is all giving me 2024 releases. Hold on. This is great podcasting by me. Christmas
What
Day
are you,
20.
what are you looking at? Oh, Christmas Day release.
Oh, Marty Supreme with
Timmy, the coldest white boy out.
Timothée Chalamet. Let's see. And then we got coming out before that on December 19th is Avatar Fire and Ash.
Oh God, there's an Avatar movie this year.
God, I'm really not.
There
looking
is
forward
an
to the
Avatar.
dialogue.
That's why big Jim Cameron has been in the news.
Good God, man.
In the Anaconda remake with Jack Black and Paul Rudd.
Nope.
Wait, they're making Anaconda with Jack Black and Paul Rudd?
Yeah.
Who is the woman in this film? You
I
can't
abstain.
you can't go from Jennifer Lopez to Jack Black and Paul Rudd.
Sure you can. Why not?
No, you can't. Why didn't Sydney Sweeney get a call for this?
She probably did.
Tandaway Newton,
That could
Is
work.
Steve Zahn, Daniela Acquire. I don't know how you say
I
that
don't know
name.
who that is.
So yeah. I don't know.
Oh, that's
She's the rat catcher in the Suicide Squad.
shit.
Oh, okay. I know who that is.
She was also in that bad Roadhouse movie, which sucked.
I never watched that.
Yeah. So what are we watching?
What have I been
Still watching The Office.
Have you finished yet?
No, I'm still in season 6. Good times though.
I started Mobland. Didn't love the first episode, but I'm gonna keep watching.
It picks up.
I'm going to watch Sinners again tomorrow. I'm so excited.
Nice.
God, that movie's so good. I think that's going to keep its momentum. I think it's going to win Best Picture.
Think so.
All it needs is a fall re-release, and they got it. Because every
I-
time this movie comes up, everyone's like, "Yeah, that shit rules."
That would be so fucking fun, man. I need it. I fucking need it.
If Coogler and Michael B. Jordan decide to hit the trail, like Michelle Yeoh and them all did for Everything Everywhere All at Once, they were everywhere.
They will.
If Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler do that, they're winning Best Picture.
Michael B. Jordan just got to pull up being handsome like he always does, and they got this thing.
Don't say shit about Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, do
Not a
not
single
bring up
fucking
Jonathan
word.
Majors at all. Do not ruin this for us. Do not talk about that nigga, bro. Don't
say
talk about
shit.
him.
No comment. If they ask you, no comment.
Was he supposed to be in this movie? No, it was always me.
Yeah, it was always me twice.
Don't even say that. No comment.
I saw the
Next question.
I saw the Pharrell Lego documentary piece by piece. I saw that, and I liked it. It was good. It was fine.
Still an interesting way to have told that story.
Yeah, only Pharrell would want that, but it was cool.
Speaking of Pharrell, what we've been listening to, I have been listening to the Clips album, and the
Incredible
Justin Bieber album,
work.
and the Jack Boys album. I've been listening to all three.
The cocaine memes from the Clips album were unbelievable.
Incredible
They were
time.
incredible.
Incredible
They were
time on
incredible.
timeline. Yeah, the people are hating the Jack Boys album. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time. Is it about anything? No. Did Travis Scott rap? No.
It's
But
about
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so I watched the Amazon slop fest crank out action movie Heads of State with Idris Elba and the aforementioned John Cena.
Yuck.
Oh, I heard that was actually like fine.
It's not bad.
So yeah, that's what I heard too. I heard that.
That's stunning to me.
It's not bad. It's
That's stunning to me too. I was like, this is gonna stink.
It looks like a pile of garbage. Like it looks bad, but it like the sum total of the movie, not bad. I don't know how to. I don't like. Yeah, it was on Amazon. It was free.
Those guys are talented, man. John Cena's really. I like John Cena a lot on screen.
They also have really great chemistry, Cena and Elba, and yeah, it harkens back to action comedies of the past. They get too big for their britches with some of the set pieces and stuff and like the CGI because you can tell that they spent the money getting John Cena and Idris Elba in the movie and not on the CGI of the movie, but whatever, man. Waste your time, watch it. Like scroll Twitter while you watch it. It's good. So I gave it 3 stars on Letterboxd. I thought it was fun. So yeah, that's what I watched it. I started because it was going to leave Netflix and I had never seen it, and I was just like, I kind of feel like I need to revisit some of Tom Cruise's older stuff. I was watching Born on the 4th of July. Tough watch, by the way. If you don't know anything about that movie, Oliver Stone movie, I was watching that, and then I was watching again the original Richard Donner Superman, which could not look or feel more different than what we just got.
Very different movie.
So, yeah, and I mean, I really would wish I could go back to the 1970s and have seen it for the first time because, yeah, they're in like real places, and it's kind of like at points sort of like a gritty street level movie at like throughout the middle half of the movie where he's stopping like street level crime, and they're in real places. They're crashing real cars, they're in New York City. But then he's also on a cable flying away, just kind of like floating like this. And I'm just kind of like, were people, and I'm going to sound like an ignorant person, were people really stunned by that in the 1970s?
Yes, they were. The 1970s were a different time, man.
Yeah.
When they made this was the most expensive movie ever at the time. There'd never been a movie more expensive than this.
It's kind of crazy thinking back on like old movies like that and being like, oh yeah, these people had never seen anything before, and I'm kind of jealous of that.
Yeah, we're all irony poisoned by everything that comes out.
The tagline of that movie was "You will believe a man can fly," and then you watch the movie and you could easily see him swinging from the fucking rope. Like it didn't look like flying at all, but that's because there have been 60 years of technology since then, and we view things differently.
Yeah, like imagine having never seen a dinosaur on screen before.
Right, yeah.
But we've got Jurassic World Rebirth, and we've seen 87 million dinosaurs.
It's so crazy.
The dinosaurs in the original Jurassic Park look better than the dinosaurs in the new Jurassic Park. That's how crazy that shit was.
We all just were kind of like, T just hated it. But if you showed Jurassic Park Rebirth to somebody in the 1930s,
dude, it would have been the biggest thing ever. If you showed them Godzilla versus Kong to like a group of movie goers in the 1960s, they would have thought you were a witch. They're like, what the fuck is this?
They would have burned the movie theater down. They're like,
you watch Babylon, they're like, people aren't going to talk in movies. That's stupid. And now we're just like, the dinosaurs, whatever, man.
Yeah, fart noise, circle jerk, like I'm just kind of like it's whatever. Like throw $12 at it. If you would have showed that to my dad in 1965, he would have like cried. He would have been like,
think about how cool of a movie pitch that is. Hey, there's these people. They're living high on the hog. They make silent movies. We have a woman who enters this industry for the first time and gets her big shot from one crazy fucking night. And then they turn movies with sound on them, and all of them kind of deteriorate and kind of slowly realize that the dream is over. That is such a fucking good movie pitch. That movie didn't get nearly enough. That movie fucking rocks, bro. I'm sorry. It fucking rocks.
Because
Babylon's so fucking good.
It's a fucking great film. I'm sorry. That shit rocks. That shit bangs, bro.
Margot Robbie, the woman that you are. My goodness.
Guys, that movie stinks.
You're wrong.
You gotta stop that.
Wrong.
That shit bangs, bro.
Sorry, I don't make the rules.
With a double feature, putting that on right when you go put on La La Land, you watch that shit back to back and see both sides of Los Angeles and both sides of show business. Incredible. Perfect double presentation.
Stinks. I don't know what to tell you. I'm
Stop
never
being wrong.
I'm never coming off this take. I think that movie is overstuffed, and
I'm going to start to workshop a take that Babylon is better than La La Land. I'm going to start to warm this take.
Let's
I don't think
relax.
that's a true take. I don't believe that take, but I'm going to workshop it and see if I can try it.
Are you going
on.
to start being like the real heads know that like Babylon
Yes,
is
the real ones know that Babylon is. They need. You know what La La Land was missing? An underground fight ring. It was missing that, and Babylon has that.
Honestly, bro, you could inject Tobey Maguire's character into La La Land somewhere, and it probably works.
A wild Tobey Maguire has appeared. All right, we're going long.
We can definitely warm up to take that Margot Robbie deserved an Oscar for Babylon more than Emma Stone did for La La Land.
Wake that up. And I like Emma Stone in La La Land.
Emma Stone is great in La La Land, but Margot Robbie, different.
That's facts. I agree with this take. I agree with that.
Different as in worse and bad?
No.
Knock it off.
Come on. What she's doing in that movie when she gets on that set for the first time, hungover from that party, is some of the greatest shit you will ever see.
The best part of that movie is when they're like, I'm gonna fucking kill what the fuck? Every time a take gets messed up is really good. That sort of thing, and that guy freaking out and having a heart attack.
That was incredible.
I might watch that scene specifically, but the rest of the movie, whatever. All right. So that has been a One Take Podcast, episode 197. Thank you for liking, downloading, subscribing. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch these right away. But also rate, download, and subscribe on the actual podcast feed. The F1 and Jurassic World Rebirth reviews, which is actually a really funny episode because Tej absolutely loses his mind about Jurassic World. I've listened to it a couple of times, and I think I lose my mind yelling at Tej because Tej watched this on his cell phone. So
that film almost ruined my life. That film, I hated it so much. I haven't
gone back to listen to it yet, but like just remembering me being like, oh yeah, it's fine. And then when it's my turn to actually review it, I'm like, actually, everything about this sucks.
Everything is bad.
All this shit is awful and pissed me off.
Yeah, so that review, as you're listening to this YouTube video, that review is up. So go subscribe and watch that. It's under the live tab on our YouTube channel because we don't post videos actually to the YouTube channel. I think the last YouTube video that we posted was like Batman versus Superman 3 years ago. So yeah. Wow. So go like, download, rate, subscribe, all the channels, all the stuff. And as always, Dex, what are we doing?
Hashtag support Florence Pugh. Also, I want to say it because we haven't been hitting our quota lately as the official podcast of The Northman. The Northman rules.
Yeah, sorry. We've been
slacking on that, but I agree.
Although I did, one of my coworkers who loves Ari Aster and loves who's the Northman guy? Eggers. Yeah, it was like, man, I really liked 3 of Eggers' 4 films, and I was like, oh yeah, which one didn't you like? It's like, I actually really liked The Lighthouse. I did not like The Northman. I go, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh my God, what the fuck are you talking about?
I was like, oh no, dude. He said, I thought it was boring. I was like,
boring.
How can you be bored? There's no way your life must be insane day to day if you're bored watching The Northman. That's the fucking craziest fucking movie ever.
I don't know. It was like, you got to be kidding me, man. But that was about the extent of that conversation.
But The Lighthouse wasn't boring.
I don't know. Anyway, that has been a One Take Podcast. We're always supporting Florence Pugh. And now